Book is Time for Truth with Ted Cruz, and we're almost out of time. But I want to spend just a couple of minutes with what's happening in Greece. Yeah. I think we're going to probably lose them to Russia. What happens to Greece when they fall? And this bogus economy that we have, everybody's celebrating 5.4% unemployment today.
Well, with respect to Greece, and let me just take foreign policy more generally, for 6.5 years, the Obama-Clinton-Kerry foreign policy has been a manifest disaster across the globe. Leading from behind doesn't work. Our friends and allies, they don't trust us anymore. You know, when I travel abroad and I meet with heads of states or foreign ministers or defense ministers, they say the same thing over and over again. They say, where is America? What is happening? And our enemies, they do not fear us. You know, the rise of radical Islamic terrorism has occurred on Obama's watch, because you cannot defeat radical Islamic terrorism with a president unwilling to utter the words. He won't say radical Islamic terrorism. When it comes to Greece, we're not leading, we're not doing anything. Now, look, nobody wants to see a Greek bailout. Right. But what's happening across the world is you're seeing other countries making decisions about who to ally themselves with. And right now, Russia and China are looking more and more attractive because America isn't there. We're unreliable. We treat our friends terribly. What does it say about the Obama administration that under this president, we're going to have an embassy in Havana, Cuba, before we have an embassy in Jerusalem?
Well, we won't, because Jerusalem isn't even a part of Israel now, thanks to the Supreme Court.
It is stunning, and it is wrong. This has been the most antagonistic administration to Israel in history. If I'd have gone on your show 6 years ago and said that the Prime Minister of Israel would address a joint session of Congress, and the President, the Vice President, every member of the Cabinet would boycott the elected leader of Israel, you would have said, Ted, that you're getting a little crazy there. That ain't going to happen. That's how bad it is. And you look at radical Islam, the Islamic State, the Caliphate.
What do we do with ISIS? They are crucifying children.
Yes.
And we don't seem to care. We have a minute now.
We need leadership to defeat them. One of the things I talk about in the book, A Time for Truth, is the need for strong leadership defending this nation. And one of the things that can change overnight is foreign policy. It wasn't an accident that Iran released our hostages the day Reagan was sworn into office. That can change overnight. What I endeavor to do in A Time for Truth is bring the readers in what happens behind the closed doors in Washington. If you ever wanted to sit in on a Republican Senate lunch to know what's happening when leadership is selling out the promises they made to the voters, A Time for Truth tells exactly what's happening in the Washington cartel.
Tell me this, and I have just one more minute. Tell me, how are you going to break that back? Because you've got to break the back of both parties.
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
The Washington cartel is career politicians in both parties, Democrats and Republicans. The only thing strong enough to do that is we the people. You look at 1980, the Reagan Revolution was a grassroots movement, and the church rose up in overwhelming numbers. My prayer, Glenn, is these tragic decisions from the Supreme Court are a spark that lights a fire, an awakening that people of faith, that we see another Reagan revolution. That's what our campaign is doing. You know, we've had over 100,000 people go to tedcruz.org, contribute online, courageous conservatives. If it comes from the people, that's how we break the Washington cartel, and that's how we bring back morning in America.
Okay. I hope to God you're right, because I think we're running out of time. Ted Cruz, the name of the book is A Time for Truth. I'm going to invite his father to come on and give us the prayer here at the end. Back in just a second.